And we're joined now by a political commentator from the Xubera Research Institute, Xolani Dube. He is standing by for us in Durban. Mr. Dube, good afternoon to you. So we know, first of all, that EFF MP Themba Nkosi has resigned from the party, according to Mr. Malema. Gaula recently accusing the EFF leadership of using, and I quote, party millions to fund their expensive lifestyles. That was roundly rejected by Mr. Malema today. This issue, though, I would imagine is going to be one as we draw closer to the election, that it is going to hang around the party a bit, isn't it?
I think, Jeremy, we have to understand that it seems as if the politicians and their political organization, they are starting to be immune. They've developed a crocodile skin in terms of being shamed or of being scared of what the public opinion is going to be towards this individual and their political organization. And so the issue of Gaule, I think, is a non-issue for now.
Does it point, I wonder, to any sort of division, as has been suggested within the EFF, perhaps akin to the ANC?
Look, I think you have to understand that, Jeremy. It seems as if the South African citizens are being disempowered by these political organizations. And as we are heading towards these elections, we are choiceless. And so we are under the dictatorship of choicelessness. And so that's why you see your Ace Mahashule and his entourage at the exclusive books doing what they've done, as well as the way Malema is conducting this media briefing. He's not scared of anything that recently has been revealed in relation to his political organization. And so I think the people who are in trouble here is us, the citizen of this country.
I just want to go back to this Gaula issue very quickly, if I can. He's called on the EFF to produce financial audits. Would the whole matter not be put to bed if the EFF simply provided that information?
Look, Jeremy, remember that what is very interesting with EFF, Malema came and informed the public that his political organization saw some funding from a confirmed or a self-confessed criminal, Mazotti, to register his political organization. But no one ever raised a serious question about the legitimacy of EFF in our society. And so it's not only him. There are also a number of other EFF members who have been serving in that parliament who have been complaining about the mistreatment and the kind of dominancy of Julius Malema and Floyd when it comes to their remuneration from the parliament, that it seems as if they are commanding that political organization without any opposition within.
Let's refer to the, I beg your pardon, the other issue that you raised about the book protests in Johannesburg last night. How much damage then do you think that this has done to the ANC, the party itself today, distancing itself from those individuals? Chief Whip of the party, Jackson Mthembu, calling them thugs. But nonetheless, this raises an entire freedom of expression debate again, with days to go now before the election.
Look, remember that in a recent distant past, it was Jackson Mthembu was telling us not to read the City Press and other newspapers. And in the ANC kind of a power struggle with the South African media, the media has been branded as part of an element that is aiming to destroy the ANC. And so, look, what we saw yesterday, I think, is kind of a snowballing effect that ANC has been preaching to the South African, especially to its members. And so we need not to be surprised when these young people who are supposed to be our future leaders now are starting to ban books. And interestingly, it is the ANC government that is advocating what you call it fourth industrial revolution, not knowing these young leaders that as much they can ban that book, but there's what we call it a PDF, and so it shows the backwardness of some of the constituency that is there in the ANC. And so the ANC now, I can say, the chicken is coming back home to roost, and so they can't simply disown these young leaders whom in the past they were saying they must not read City Press, and the media is having kind of a mission to destroy the ANC.